Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will show you how I use regular and Waterslide decals with dip powder. For this you will need your dip liquids, your clear dip powder, colored powder, a file, buffer block, decal tool, tweezers, decals of choice, duster brush, paper towels, and scissors, and a small cup of water. And so these are my Waterslide decals, and these are the sticker decals. And I like these. These are from Sparkle & Co. and she has the instructions on the back of them. And I have my tweezers and I have my dip liquids. These are all Sparkle & Co. products. I have my Dap & Dish with water for my Waterslide, clear dip powder, and I have a buffer block with a little needle nail decal tool I have, but any small tool will work. Okay, so I have my 2 completed swatches, and all I've done with these so far is 3 dips of powder, solidified, buffed them, solidified again, and now I'm ready for my decals. And this is just my way of doing decals with dip powder. There's so many ways you could do whatever you wanted. This is how I just preferred to do them, because sometimes with decals you can get little like lifted edges, and I don't like that. So this is my method. And so this is the Waterslide decal, and for these, they have a clear cover on them. So you want to cut out your decal as close to the design as possible, because once you have it on your nail, you don't want a bunch of clear plastic around your design. You just want it to be the design itself. So we're just going to cut that out, and then we are going to take our tweezers and hold the design, and we're going to hold that in the water for about 20 to 30 seconds or until the design slides away easily from the white backing. And mind you, for my design, for my base colors, I used Sparkle & Co.'s DP36, which is this red, and I used DP133 Delicate White, which is like a really pretty milky white from Sparkle & Co., but you could use like a gel base, whatever you want to use. I just prefer dip powder as my favorite. But yeah, just hold that water decal in there until it slides easily away from the backing. You can test it out once you have it. It's not going to ruin it. So just about, I would say 30 seconds or so, and then tap off the extra water off of it. And now we're going to take it and just slide it easily away, and you know it's ready. So we're going to pick up our decal and we're just going to place it anywhere on the swatch you want. And the nice thing about water slides is you can move them. So if it's not placed properly like a sticker would be, it's not going to end up crooked, kind of like how a stamp would be too, which I'll do stamps in another video. But yeah, just place it where you want it to be. And you can tap it off with the extra water with a paper towel, or just let it sit and air dry. And I'm going to do a second swatch with a different decal, so I'll just let it air dry. And now I'm going to go in with these nail stickers from Sparkle & Co. And I'll link them in the description. They sell them on their website. And they're just a nail sticker, so they're very easy to use. You're just going to lift it up and stick it where you want it. And also, if these are something you're interested in or any of these products, please go to sparkleandco.com and you can order any of these. Use Sparkle10 for 10% off your order and free shipping over $25. And if you use a referral name in the notes out checkout, you can receive a $9 credit for your first purchase. Or if you subscribe to a subscription bag, which I highly recommend, especially with Black Friday coming, you'll get 40% off if you're a subscription member. I would use a referral name and you'll receive an $18 credit. But yep, I'm just going in. I'm going to do 2 little sticker ones to show you. But all it is a nail sticker, so just lift up an edge, grab those tweezers, and you can very easily pick it right up. And then stick it wherever you want it to go on your nail. And then you're just going to press it down with your finger, and it'll stick. So just make sure you press it down really well, because you don't want any lifting. And some people now would just go ahead and put a top coat on it, like they would have done a full manicure, decals, and then just a final top coat. But me, I like to stop after my solidify. And as you can see here, my Waterslide wasn't completely dry, so it came right off with my nail. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of base bond on my nail swatch just to get it to stick, because for whatever reason, I don't have this issue when I do them on my real nails. I think it was because it was the swatch. But yeah, you can either just place it right back on and it'll be fine, or me, because it kept lifting off, I just put a little tiny bit of base bond underneath it just to prevent it from moving and stuff. Just a very tiny amount, stick that decal right back on and just adjust it where you want it to be. And it still moves pretty easy, but once that base bond dries, it's not going anywhere. So just make it as smooth as you possibly can. Now that those are done, I'm going to go in with a thin coat of my base bond, and I'm just going to cover the entire nail, making sure to cover the decal and the entire nail in general. And then I'm going to do a dip of DP90, which is crystal clear. You can use any clear, but just do one solid dip of clear powder. And this is going to encapsulate your decal. You're not going to have any lifted ridges. You're not going to have to worry about them coming off or peeling off, you know, after a few days or even a day. This is just going to encapsulate them and protect them, and it's going to keep them on for the length of your manicure. And then you're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing with regular decals as well. Just cover it with one dip of clear. It holds everything in. Nothing's going to move. You're not going to lose anything. And you're not going to have to reapply your top coat every couple days to make sure that it stays on. Just do that dip of clear and it's going to be protected. And now I'm going to take my Solidify and I'm going to do a nice coat of that because I want it to soak down through my clear powder to my colored powder. So just go ahead and do a nice coat of Solidify on both of our swatches. And once your Solidify dries, I would typically, because I'm going to buff this a little bit, I would wait about 30-45 seconds, like when you know when it's hard or when your powder's dry. So wait that length of time, and then I'm going to tap them to make sure that they're nice and dry. And once your powder is hardened, I'm going to go in with my buffer block and I'm just going to buff it smooth. I mean, clear powder is pretty smooth already, so I really didn't even need to buff it. I just do, but I'm buffing in here because I want to show you that that clear layer completely protects that decal. You can buff and not have to worry about your decal coming off or peeling off, because if you tried to buff while you have a decal on, it's going to take it right away. So yeah, that clear coat is key and my trick to long-lasting manicures with decals, Waterslide and regular. But after you buff, go ahead and do your second coat of Solidify, and you don't need a whole lot, just enough to kind of cover the surface and soak down to that clear layer. Okay, and then once that's dry, we're going to wait for our Solidify. We're going to wait about 30 seconds to a minute. I would say right around a minute. You wait for that to dry, and then I'm going to wipe them off with a paper towel because I want to make sure that I don't get any Solidify transferring back into my glossy coat or top coat. If you get Solidify in your top coat, you'll notice your top coat brush will become hard and your liquids will become hard and goopy or stringy and unusable. So make sure that you wipe off your nails after Solidify before you put top coat. And then you want to just do a quick couple strokes of your top coat for your first coat, and then wipe off your brush to prevent contamination of your liquids, and then go in with the second nail and do the same. And then we're going to wait, I don't know, about 15-20 seconds for that first coat of top coat to kind of shrink to your nail. And then after you wait about that length of time, I mean, you can see it, you can sit there and physically watch it shrink to the nail. But once it does, you'll go back in with your second coat of top coat, making sure to cover the entire nail. And this is the coat that's going to give you that shine. So take a little bit more time with it and just to make sure it looks nice. And if you ever notice after your second coat of top coat dries, if it seems foggy at all, go ahead and do a swipe of acetone and it'll shine your nails right back up. Just a quick little swipe. But here is the finished product. And as you can see, they are super flat and smooth. There's no lifting on our decals or our sticker. They're nice and smooth, which is what you want, because sometimes you get little lifted ridges and that's no fun. So here you go. This is my trick with that clear dip over our decals, and these are going to last for as long as your manicure. They'll stay on there until you decide to take them off. So just a nice little fun trick for using decals. And they're so nice and shiny and cute, and our decals are nice and flat and smooth. And like I said, I'll post the link to all these products in the description of my video. And here we go. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment of what you would like to see. Deuces and smooches.